I am supremely single.
But you weren't always supremely single.
I wasn't.
You weren't so. Yesterday was her name, right?
Oh, well.
Yes.
Are we into National Geographic history?
You know, sometimes you have to collate so you can get deep into the situation so you can understand people's mentalities.
Let me just adjust my position. now that I know the kind of show.
I thought it was, so this program is digging deep.
This is not friendly fire.
What do you think it takes to make any relationship work other than feeling? Because everyone likes to go by feelings. When you see somebody, your heart starts to...
Makes jiggy.
All those kind of things. To be honest, I think most important things for me are probably one, communication, and two, understanding the other person, which is why I think a lot of times, people are not really open to dating several people before, the right person type thing. But I think you have to gain experience. Let's put it that way, work experience.
Wow.
Yes, you have to gain experience.
Yeah, what kind of experience?
Learning on the job.
Yeah, well. So you learn what works for you, what doesn't work for you, what is good about you, what is bad about you in a relationship setting. You can't learn that on your own.
Like what? Okay, because you say communication, right? Mm-hmm. And I feel like it's so easy for us to say communication, especially as guys. Like we say communication, but a woman's first complaint is that we don't know how to communicate. So what is communication to you?
Which is why I
that
guess
will not suffice.
I mentioned communication and also understanding. It's a sort of intertwining stuff. What I mean by communication, understanding.
Mr. Baba, please, can we be able to say Mr. Ali Baba's
Mr. Baba?
Oh, okay.
Small. Thank you.
So you have to cut my hair, I'll be looking like this.
Okay.
So
that you can't always, check yourself.
Yeah, but so you put a mirror here now, next time, so that's... Okay.
But yeah, what are you saying, please? Intertwining stuff.
Intertwining, communication, understanding. Because if, again, relationship, this person isn't much of a person that expresses their feelings, in certain ways. Oh, I love you every 2 minutes, kiss here, this one, that one.
That's a lot of work.
As in.
And that's what the other person is expecting. There'll be issues, right? Unless there's a way they can meet in the middle, or sometimes if it doesn't work for you, go and find
just move away
where it works for you type thing.
Okay, so communication,
understanding, intertwining. Thank you so much.
Please, I need experience of a married man because we don't know.
The unmarried people are just very lucky because when any of all these things come, you don't understand, you don't do this, you can walk away. You understand? But when you're already inside, both communicate to you are in.
You are there.
That's why they said for better, for worse. Because what makes any relationship work is the OS that has been implanted in each person. Your OS may not work with one app. The app you're talking about now of talking every now and then, calling the person. If your OS is one that is not used to it, it becomes a challenge. So what I'm trying to get at is that the upbringing of the person, the OS that has been implanted, affects how, when, where, and how they relate. There are guys who do not like girls that wear makeup.
Yeah, I don't know about that thing.
Or tight clothes. They say why? Do you know some guys grew up in families where trousers are a taboo for a girl. Trousers are a taboo for a girl.
It's very weird to me because I think that people say that, but you'll be attracted to someone in makeup. Just like when you start the relationship, you tell them to not wear makeup.
You're not telling the person to stop because.
But in actuality, you like the makeup on the person. You just don't like it. You don't like it within that relationship. It's weird. I know people who.
I don't even know if it's that. It might even just be a control thing.
Exactly, you're protecting the things that you have owned now.
Like, don't go and let people not be looking at what's.
Exactly.
I've owned it.
Very attractive who you're trying to attract.
When you see of who has landed, then there's no need to put for sale.
Exactly.
Okay, I won't mention the name, but there's a celebrity that broke up with one top banker because the guy could wear a boxer for 4 days. No joke.
Maybe after 2 days, he'll turn the
Then you turn. Oh Lord, they reverse it. Yes, and that's exactly what the guy will do. Then when she now started complaining, he will not wear it, but he won't put it for wash.
You just put it back in the drawer, fold it.
Yeah, so reload. then wait another time. So some of all these things will kick in, and then you find that this has nothing to do with love.
Yeah, there's so many things. Because you'll take love. Be like, okay, we're in love now, so we can do relationship. And then you start realizing there's so many other things.
All those things
and then
begin
people try
to
and
eat
change
at
them.
the concept of that love, the foundation of the love. They'll continue to eat at it. Maybe the way you treat some people. There are people who are broken up with other people because of how the person treated
Other
subordinates.
Yeah.
Yep. Which is valid.
Yes.
I mean, that feeds how you it would naturally happen. Because I feel like a lot of girls, I know someone that will say that if someone holds her hand too tight, she sees that's a sign of potential physical
display
violence.
of affection. Abi, this one is physical display.
No, physical abuse. So like, if you hold my hand too tight, maybe the guy
Potential display of abuse.
you know. So like, and it's real because you know, if you're treating your subordinate that way,
Yeah.
and as you know, a lot of us people say that we're supposed to be leaders
That means
in
that the thing
relationship.
is inside
It's
there,
potential
just
for you to
waiting
do
for
it
it to manifest.
You don't know who's going to do it to me eventually. Like, socioeconomic status, I feel like that always plays
just
in.
fade out.
Because I feel like it does happen. You know, people that are in relationships that she works a very high-powered investment banker and he can be a taxi driver. So initially in the relationship, you can be like, okay, we can see this thing working. But then at some point, if you're not even showing the ambition to want to do more, it can key into the relationship. She'll now start looking down at you. These are all things that people have to consider.
But then again, it also matters if the person, Shebo, is not well brought up to understand that money is nothing. You understand? If the person understands that what you have as money does not define the value that you have as a person, then the person will, there are some people, distance is an issue.
Yeah.
And so distance just kills the love. You meet a girl, you like her, you guys are getting friendly.
It's a sign of lack of substance.
Yes,
sometimes.
and I say, where do you live? You say, First Stack.
I've been that guy, Captain.
Okay, now it's your turn to talk.
Digging deep.
Dig deep. So,
Oh man, because I mean, it's so bougie of me. But like when I, because I don't, you know, when I move back, it's like, okay, talk to someone, now say they live on mainland. I say, you know, third mainland for me, it's only the way to the airport.
That you know.
You know, I'm honest.
And this before Google Maps was working.
but you now know that is beyond love.
Exactly, because that's the thing. Like, so you have to learn. Like, that's how you know straight off if you're not even being serious with somebody. If you're not willing to say, okay, I'll
My
cross the bridge,
brother,
I'll
you
come
can't
and
be
meet you.
serious with some
You can't be
First Stack,
serious
in
now.
traffic. It is no more about I love you or I don't love you. It is now, is the love strong enough for me to close from work on Fridays and drive to First Stack to spend some time with you? You have to tailor your love to accommodate the
The
distance.
other person, and are you willing to do that? Or is that even, sometimes, is that even possible, to be honest? Sometimes. Because, you know, some relationships can just, like, if you're in a really demanding kind of job, that you're working ridiculous hours, and let's say it's actually international, you don't have the time to travel that journey.
International love is expensive. Oh. The return ticket alone will make
International love.
Do you know international love can be so bad that you start looking at somebody that is next to you and say, she's not so bad though. To me, it's just that she doesn't dress well, but at least I see her.
Yeah.
It's tough because sometimes you now have to choose brain over heart and make a tough decision. Yeah, sometimes you have to be realistic about this thing.
Yeah. And that's the
Some
thing, I
things
think.
just can't work.
I know a guy. He said if he wants to marry, first thing he asks is, how's your mom? How's your dad? If she says, oh, they are fine, they're in Ibadan, the relationship is dead. He wants to hear, oh no, my dad died.
Wow.
My mom passed on like 4 years ago.
Wow.
Yes.
No issues.
Wow. No, because
potential
it's true.
issues.
Because if you create, sometimes like no, it's true. Like you want to know. That's not what I meant.
So you want the person to die? No, that's
That's
not
what I
you
meant.
Okay, all right.
I mean that it has like they have serious effects though, because if you, let's say I, like in my last relationship early on, make the mistake of like complaining or letting something get to my parents about my ex, because the things that you can forgive, When they have access to little information, they're going to hold on to those things forever. That will affect the way that they're now seeing her long term. You now say you want to marry this person. This person, your mom has now bred you. This person can never ever be your wife.
Like
you see the way that she thinks.
One guy complained one time. Say, mommy, can you imagine? She went to the market and instead of her to go to the market, she went to a supermarket to go and buy things that we'll use in the house. So 50,000 went like that. And the mom said, she doesn't know K2 market. And then it passed. Like 6-7 months later, the guy says he wants to marry her. I said, she will eat you out of the house.
Like for me, honestly, like in relationships until now, I tend to keep it very close to my chest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I don't, you know, there are some people that from the second week of the relationship,
It's on Instagram.
Not even that. The person's mother is calling their phone directly. Oh, my daughter, how are you? Kiniko? I don't know that. Hey, no thank you. No thank you. If I go to her house, greet them properly, do whatever properly, but arm's length. I don't like to get too
close.
Become an in-law before you become an
Exactly.
No. This is another important thing, I think, anyways. Just family dynamic.
Yeah.
On both sides.
Yeah. And
Like,
they have to be able to.
For me, I'm a very family-oriented person. So my cousins, uncles, aunties, we see each other regularly.
Yeah.
We're a group, we're loud when we're together. So if whoever I want to marry cannot vibe with that,
Yeah.
it will cause
So many issues. Yeah,
it
definitely.
will just cause things.
Because you have to be able to. Because that's another thing that I look at. Like, how can this person get along if they were to meet my parents or sit down on Sunday lunch? Because we always do Sunday lunch after. Like, just be able to vibe in that kind of setting. Because otherwise, it's going to tell you don't. Because parents, their worry will now be, so you now marry this person, we'll now never see you again because we know that you don't vibe.
What are
the
choice of friends? You know, you have some friends that don't like. They will now put themselves in your position to choose the person you want.
Friends will always try and tell you, why is this person trying to change you? They shouldn't try and change you. They shouldn't love you as you are. And so they can, so things are actually for their good, that things are actually working in the relationship. Friends will always try, and some friends can, seek their way in there to make the person look like a bad person if they decide they don't like you.
There's one. They're very rare to find a girl that likes horror movies. Why she does, I don't know. And she's not a do. and she likes horror movies. So this guy, we play football together on Saturdays. An Arsenal fan, so we play football together. And so I tell him, I said, so what's the problem? He said, bros. He said the day I got to her house and they were watching, she and about like 3 other girls. I said, they were watching what? It's a horror movie. I said, which horror movie? Some Saw.
Yeah, so.
He said it was so bloody. He was like, why are you guys watching this? And they were like, all the movies that she has.
Horror.
It's horror.
That's the problem.
So this is not about love. It's about preferences.
I think another problem people have in relationships also is, like on the men's part, sometimes is, let me call it, bad planning. So for instance, a lot of people these days, money is just in charge. So you start going after a girl and you are throwing money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Money never ever deals with it.
No. Right? After a while,
the money will finish.
You can't throw the same money,
yeah.
but you are complaining that she's still trying to catch. But she will try and catch now, since she has been catching the one you have been throwing.
What happens to those people is that the OS is wrong. Their OS is one that believes that the money gets the attention.
Yeah. And it came right back. It's always down to your OS.
You know this flower, Bougainvillea?
If I don't know this flower.
Okay, I don't know.
Bougainvillea, is it eatable?
It's not. It's used to grow on building, and it's like stuff. Like
Are you describing a flower of PDP?